our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Coming just to say hi, good morning, how you doing? Each week we do come through with bringing a little bit of awareness each week just to kind of evolve our lives, help us to kind of look into some things, change how we do, change how we think, all the small things in life, all the small things. Sorry, guys, I was traveling until not late last night, but later last night. And I'm kind of looking the part. And that's okay because I was in Iowa yesterday, the last 2 days, United States, Iowa, and I love Iowa. Have I ever told you? Is it the land of corn? It is. But I love Iowa. The people there are so amazing and loving, and they soothe my soul. They really do soothe my soul. So, let me see. I got to make sure everything's going here. I was a little slow to it, but we are making it in. So, guys, let's get to, as we always know, good morning, Tim. By the way, the expectation did not work, Tim. I know. Nobody knows what I just said. But I'm moving into a new part of life with just expecting instead of manifesting, and apparently I'm not so good at it yet. So, our 5-card stud today comes to you from Rebecca Campbell. It is a Hay House product, the Starseed Oracle. Now, remember this box. We've had the box on other shows. The box, she has created something with the box, a different type of reading, which I really like. I'm still not the best at figuring that out, but we will figure this out. Oh my gosh, where am I at? Everything on my calendar has been changed. I'm like, oh my God, I was going to see where I was this week. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the world has changed. So let's kind of look into this. What are we reading about today? As we know, we bring in our little bit of awareness. We think about Neil Donald Walsh and what he writes about. And this is what I think it did just do it. I'll take that. So let's get the glasses out because this is a whole lot to read today. Oh, and do you like the shirt? Every time I get a new shirt, which I will tell you is not very often anymore. I used to get new shirts all the time. I don't get it as much, but this was gifted to me. I got two. I love Kelly and Chris and Kelly Nielsen. I love them. And they are Traveler's Moon. 2/2 of Traveler's Moon. This is their old logo. I don't care. I still love the shirt. I got a shirt. I'm so happy. Check out Traveler's Moon. Their social media sites, whether it be their Facebook, their Instagram, their YouTube channel. Please go in and support them. Watch them. If you're talking about a team that is just so genuine and so all over, like really they want to give everybody the reality and that experience of paranormal investigation. They're phenomenal at it. And trust me, they travel. There is no question. Are they going to be in your area? Sometime they will. Why? Because they go everywhere. They really do. They go everywhere. And if you've not seen them in your part of the United States, message them because if there is a really good haunted location or even a semi-haunted location, they're going to show up because their curiosity is huge. So check them out. Again, Traveler's Moon. You can also see that they also do psychic and paranormal events, which is really cool. I think they do 4 of them over in Iowa, which you can see me at least 2 to 3 of them. An amazing event. Amazing people. Just love them. So there you go. And you might see a second shirt that looks just like this walk in a little bit later. So it says it's time to make friends with your mind again. It's time to make friends with your mind again. And my mind just stopped and kicked. And like, I don't want to, like a little girl, like that's all I heard. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, but apparently it's time. It says essential truth. You're a three-part being, and most people only experience themselves as a body. The mind is forgotten after age 30, is not nourished, not expanded. Most people only do the minimum output required, so the mind is not fed, not awakened. It is lulled, dulled. So most people live life on a body level. Feed the body, clothe the body, give the body stuff. The truth is, most people don't want to have to think for themselves. Make it easy for me. Tell me what to do. What are the rules? What are my boundaries? Tell me, somebody just tell me. Then, when things go wrong or turn sour, they get disgusted, disillusioned because they followed all the rules. They did as they were told. And then they asked, why did it fall apart? What went wrong? Well, it fell apart the moment you abandoned your mind, the greatest creative tool you ever had. It's time to make friends with your mind again. Be a companion to it. Be a nourisher of it. Some of you, a small minority, have understood that you have a body and a mind and have treated your mind well, but few have learned to use the mind at more than 1/10 its capacity. If you knew what your mind is capable of, you would never cease to partake in its wonder and its powers. And if you think the number of you who balance your life between your body and your mind is small, the number who sees themselves as a three-part body, the mind, and spirit, is minuscule. When you live as a single-faceted creature, you become deeply immersed in matters of the body, physical stimulations and satisfactions. When you live as a dual-faceted creature, you broaden your concerns to include matters of the mind, companionship, creativity, stimulation of new thoughts, new ideas, creations of new goals, new challenges, and personal growth. You are an amazing three-part being. You're more than your body and so much more than your body with a mind. Good morning, Keith. Have a great day too. Now, I think this is interesting. Why? Because I so often talk about the soul. I talk about the soul to the 10th. I talk about it. And I know I get really repetitive, and it's kind of like trying to drive something in. I get it. The mind is something different. And it's an amazing thing that I will agree with this. We don't partake in. And I know a whole bunch of people are going, but wait, that doesn't include me. But it does. And what I mean by that is, this is true. At the age of 30, we kind of stop. We stop thinking for ourselves. We start thinking about what the social norm is. We revert to our parents. And what did our parents tell us? And then we get to that age and we're like, yep, turned out just like my mom and dad. Well, yeah, because you stop thinking for yourself. And not to say, put mom and dad in a bad space, but we tend to do it through the generations. Okay, it just is what it is. And it's learning to push yourself. And I get it. Using our mind is hard. It is challenging. It is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to push ourselves to different limits. Why? Because we're afraid of failure. If we stay within the boundaries that we have created for ourselves, oh, thank you. If we stay within those boundaries, we don't really further ourselves in life. We tend to stay in this place. Now, this reminds me of a conversation I had with my son. It's been a few years. And my son, both of my children and my grandchildren are high thinkers. They're really high thinkers. Now, are they super intelligent? They are. But intelligence and thinking are two different things. They're so night and day. Okay? Because you can have the most intelligent person and they're not a thinker. Okay? Now, my son, I really taught my children to start thinking at a very young age. Okay? It was, think about every decision. Think about what you're doing. It was like, if you're going to have an emotional outburst, let's think, what's the issue? How can we resolve this? Let's think about this. Let's use our mind. Why? Because I wanted my children to grow up to be able to think. Okay? Just simply think. And my son once told me, And he was well into his adult years, literally looked at me and he said, Mom, you made it impossible for me to have friends when I started school. And I went, whoa, what the heck did I do that made it so when you went to kindergarten, and he was talking about kindergarten in first grade, that I ruined your social life from the get-go. And he said, Mom, you taught me how to think. You taught me to think. I wanted to go into school and have conversations. And my son was quite a conversationalist at really like 5 years old and before, because my son literally was in Head Start and preschool. Okay. And it wasn't because I needed a babysitter. It's because really he loved to learn and he loved to think and he loved to have those connections. But because I had taught him how to think and other parents didn't do the same, when he went to school, he was trying to have what for him at that age was an intellectual conversation on thought. And none of the kids knew what the heck he was doing. You know, they were simply, literally, say, they went to school and they were playing in paints and the teacher told them to paint a picture. Okay. Houses were made or trees were made or whatever it is that they were kind of, the generalized, they were looking at each other and they're basically copying each other and using a lot of the same colors. And my son would look at him like, why are you painting that? Well, I don't know, because so-and-so's painting. And he's like, well, don't you have a mind? Don't you think about this? And my son's artwork was always vastly different. Or you can look at him and say, well, why are you using that color? Well, because the color's there. And my son was a person. I said, but if I mix red and I mix blue, I'm going to get purple. Or variations of purple or whatever this is. And my son had these thought processes. Why? Because we did a lot of this, even in art therapy. We were crafters. We were, it was art. Think about things, because I use those as tools. Art was a huge tool for us. Think about it. What do you want to do? There's no mistakes. Think about it. You're having an emotion. Think about it. It was using the mind. It also created, as granted, he didn't do so well going into school to socialize. Why? Because he was a thought-provocative kid and not one that wasn't, which made him feel very kind of excluded. Now, I didn't want him to feel excluded by any means, but I want him to be growing to an adult that after the age of 30, he was still using his mind. He was still using, what God gave him. And he still does. He's well over the age of 30. I have a child that's over the age of, I have 2 children over the age of 30. But both of them use their mind. Both of them are constantly learning, expanding, growing, learning different concepts, thinking of different concepts. They never look at me and tell me it can't be done. It's just that it hasn't been thought of yet. It hasn't been invented yet. And they will find a way to do it. Why? Because they think outside the box. It never amazes me to watch them, because something that I will go, oh my gosh, they're not going to be able to do this. It's impossible. It just springs up. Why? Because they've thought about it, they figured it out, and they went and made it happen. And I firmly believe that both of them will continue to think well into their elderly years and past. Now, this isn't thinking about what am I going to go on vacation or what color is my house going to be. This is really thinking themselves out of solutions, thinking themselves into different things, learning things, expanding their knowledge, their growth. I can bring up a subject, any subject. If they don't know it, they in 5 minutes will devour all the information they can and then have a conversation about it, because again, they're pushing their mind. Now, that is simple stuff. This is simple stuff that everybody can do on a day-to-day basis. And with the use of technology and phones, people are doing more of it, which I simply love. But now let's push that envelope. Let's push the envelope past simple thinking of the mind, expand the mind in the ways of intelligence. Let's push that. Let's do what we're supposed to on this earth and kind of keep pushing to new boundaries. Let's think about time. I had a beautiful conversation last night about time, but it being linear and looking outside of the scope of what we look as time. What is the relevancy of it? As you just seen in a conversation, I literally went to Tim, oh my gosh, I'm working on expectation, which is a time thing. It's not manifestation of going behind it. It's expecting. It's changing time. It's changing a course. It's saying, I'm no longer going to be behind the time of saying, I want, I want, I want. I'm going to get ahead of time and expect it just to be there and not have to put a thought process into it. It's just there. It's just manifesting. Again, it's delayed in the physical, but it doesn't mean that it hasn't happened in a timely frame. Now, I know that sounds really confusing because we don't work notoriously in a way to push our mind, to allow our mind to make things to happen. Nobody ever, as you were growing up, went, other outside of Mike Dooley have ever said, thoughts become reality. That's reusing your mind. It's, we see it in science movies. We see it in science fiction all the time. We see it in movies about witchcraft, or Halloween movies. We see it all the time, the manipulation of time bending. Again, all of that's done with the mind. And I know people look at me and go, oh my God, you're crazy. Well, am I? I have 2 events this week. 2 events. They're back to back. Not only are they back to back, they are literally 6 hours away from each other. One finishes at 9 o'clock at one night, and the other one starts at 11 o'clock the next morning. And they are 6 hours apart, not to mention sleep, get ready, travel, and pick up a granddaughter for the second event. And my human mind wants to go, oh my God, why'd you do this to yourself? You're not going to sleep, blah, blah, blah. But when the time comes for me to get in the car, I will start to bend time. I will start to realize that time is irrelevant, that literally I have all the time in the world, and that I can take literally that very few hours and double it or triple it or whatever I need. I can take the hours that I will get for rest, for sleep, and have that double to have more than enough time and feel relaxed and not rushed. Because my mind is going to have the ability to change the dynamic of time. And I know everybody wants to think in the linear. Everybody wants, because we are born into a linear society. We have a past, a present, and a future, and that is our linear. We look at a clock, and it's a 12-hour clock, but the clock alone, it's a 12-hour clock, 12 to 12, 12 to 12. But how can we extend the 12 to 12? We do military time. It's 0 to 24. All of a sudden, that 12 to 12 has doubled into a 24-hour clock. And I know you're going, but wait a second. You didn't change time. But didn't I? Did I not change the concept of time? Did I not change the thought process of time? I've just made the day longer. Because when we're looking at, oh my gosh, it's midnight and it's going to be noon. Oh my God, at noon, my day is almost over. And you have to start all over again with 1. It almost feels like 2 days in 1, and it goes super fast. But when you just simply change the way you look at it, all of a sudden you've doubled it. And again, it's a perception. It's a look at it. It's a thought. It's changing it. These are all very minuscule things I'm talking about, asking you to push. Pushing your mind to think and to expand itself into something that you didn't think was possible. Start to use your mind. More people look at me because of my job. I am a psychic medium, medical intuitive, and a psychic medium life coach, whatever you want to call it. And more people look at me and they're like, holy crap. I did a few readings this weekend, and the look I get is, as the tears are streaming down their face, holy crap. How did you do that? You've never seen me before. You don't even live in the same state as I do. I don't even live in this city. I drove hours away. There's no way you could have possibly known. And how in the God's green earth did you know anything about me, let alone hit it on the head over and over and over again? It's because I've learned to use my mind. I've learned to push my mind. I've learned to wait and go, can I read somebody's mind? Yeah, I can. Can I see what's going on in somebody's life? Yeah, I can. Can I sense the energy using my mind? I can do that. Can I experience that which nobody else can see? Yes, I can. Now, none of that has to do with my third part, my soul. What that has to do with is my mind and being able to open up and expand my mind and push my mind further. Push it further. Push it past the envelopes of what they say I cannot do. And yet I prove to people all the time, I can do what I do. It's not a parlor trick. Anybody can do it. It's just a matter, do you want to push the envelope of what your mind says you cannot do? I still struggle, even with being a psychic and a medium, and really a damn good one. Even pushing that envelope, sometimes I go, I'm limited. And I have to stop and go, the only person that's limiting me is me. The only person that's going, you cannot do this is myself. Neil Diamond Walsh has a saying, and I'm going to screw up the saying. I'm going to screw it up terribly, but I love it because he basically says we should never say why. Never say why. Because really, it's not good. And I agree with him. Because something happens to you. Why did this happen to me? Why is this happening? It's never positive. You know, people say, especially in the science community, you should always ask why. Well, why? Why ask why? It really brings in this negative connotation that, oh my God, why would this happen? And it keeps you in a limited belief. It keeps you in limited thought. Instead, switch the words. What? Okay, this happened. But what if this happened? What if I looked at it this way? You know, you're never going to change the why of something. You're never going to change what has happened. So asking why it happened is never going to get you out of a mess. It's never going to give you the explanation. But what if? What if I take what was handed and change it into this? What would happen if this happened? Or what would happen if I did that? The what if is going to expand your mind. It's going to get you to use 11%, 12%, 13%, more percentage. It's going to get you to see through and push forward. Changing the perspective is what really gets you to go to another place. Now, the very last thing that he put in here is the amazing 3-part being. Those that use the body, the mind, and the soul are almost, they're minuscule. They're such a small percentage. There's a few of us out here doing it. We're trying to lead by example. We're trying to help awaken the rest of the population. Now, I'm going to plug a book here because it's the simplest way for me to explain to you or to give you an example of somebody that has figured this out and has written a dynamic book on the mind, the body, and the soul. The book is called Evernear. It's an amazing book because it's one man's journey with a wife that has passed away. Our mind wants to go, they're gone. My connection is gone. My person is gone. Ugh, I'll never see them again. I'll never experience again. That's what the mind wants to say. And because he chose to go the way of his soul and to use his mind, he was able to keep the connection with his wife, which is now a soul, not in a body, not having the mind. It's just the one part now. It's down to the soul. But he chose to use his body and his mind, and then again his soul, to recognize she was still there and she still had her soul and they could still talk and communicate every day, all day. And it's a beautiful experience. And now I'm even witnessing him do the same process with a being that's still alive. And it's miraculous. It's pushing the envelopes. It's the easiest explanation when I say to use your soul, bring your soul into your life, understand you have a soul, is to communicate with those that you think no longer are there. Allow yourself to wake up to realize just because somebody has died doesn't mean they're dead. The soul never died. It's the simplest explanation to get you started. That's not an end point, guys. That's a beginning point. And I know anybody listening is going, talking to a soul is the beginning. Yeah, it's the beginning. Because it's the beginning to realize that you have a soul. And that your soul is very much part of this equation. Your soul is the only reason that you are here, is because the soul needed experiences. So you created a body and a mind for it. So start to get to the beginning. Start to go to, oh my gosh, this is where I'm going to start with. This is where I'm going to go from. This is where I'm going to begin with my journey of my 3-part. First, I'm going to understand that I have a mind. I'm going to realize that with my mind, I can expand my mind. Simply just, oh my gosh. Simply by just going, hey, I got a mind. I can do this. You know, I can think. I can push. I can push what I normally would think not to be the case. I can learn to bend time. I can learn to be something I didn't think I was. I wanted to put up the link to the book so you guys can all get it and read it. So start to realize that there's so much more that you can do. Start with gaining knowledge. Start to nourish your mind. Give it knowledge. Learn something you've never learned before. An interest you might have had, read about it. Grab a book. Even if it's one of those creative romantic books, grab the book. You don't have to do a self-help. You don't have to do the dictionary. Grab a book. Read. Make that mind work. Get it into the fantasy land. Get it into the what ifs. And I do mean fantasy because, quite frankly, no good invention was ever made without fantasy, without the imagination. The inventor of light imagined he could see at nighttime, and he did. So you need to start somewhere, and that's a great place to start. Get into your fantasies. Start thinking, and then start acting upon your thoughts. You may fail the first time over, but that's okay. You can keep pushing. Keep trying. It's going to happen. Move your mind. Move mountains. And then incorporate your soul into it. Life is going to begin for you. So with that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick station break. This is DeEtte with the Edge Network. We will see you in a few minutes with our 5-card stud, because, you know, we love the 5-card stud. Oh my gosh, they changed all the platforms.
Explore your path to higher consciousness with Kelly Wagner. Meet Kelly Wagner, a visionary founding member of the Community for Higher Consciousness, ready to illuminate your way and empower you to live your best life. With her unique set of tools as a knower and seer, Kelly goes beyond surface-level problems, uncovering the why behind your challenges. She fearlessly asks the questions that lead to the ultimate truth. Kelly's insatiable tenacity ensures that you receive top-notch creative solutions. Brace yourself for a journey of self-discovery and empowerment as Kelly taps into her innate gifts, guiding you toward a life of fulfillment and purpose. As a psychic medium Reiki practitioner, co-host of The Being Curious Show, publisher of Edge Magazine, and master connector, Kelly's transformative approach creates win-win partnerships here, there, and everywhere. Let Kelly ignite your potential. Contact Kelly at edgemagazine.net and step towards a life aligned with higher consciousness. Discover more at youvegotkelly.com.
Do you or someone in your family suffer from nightmares? Is your home cluttered and you can't seem to clear it out? Your home or office may have low vibrational energy, and it could be impacting you and your family. Using the ancient techniques of dowsing, Master Dowser Annette Regalo can raise the vibration of your home or office by identifying and curing stress lines and negative vortexes that may be creating disharmony in your home or office. Annette has over 20 years of dowsing experience and is passionate about creating high vibrational spaces for others to live and work. Contact Annette today at 612-394-3736 or AnnetteRegalo.com.
Hey, everybody. We're twinsies. Look at that. We got twin shirts, don't we? Say hi.
Hi.
This is Dawson. And Dawson's here. He's going to help me do the 5-card stud today. So is this our deck?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is, again, the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. This says, have you always had a longing for home without really knowing what that meant? If so, you could be a Starseed soul. This activating oracle will help you to unlock your soul gifts, connect you with your cosmic origins, and remember who you truly are. Do you want to open it for me? Again, Rebecca's cards are really amazing because she really did think outside the box. She wanted an oracle deck, but she wanted one. So I take a minute. She wanted one that really did a little bit different. She thought outside the box and thought, God, this box is a waste of time. All it's doing is housing cards. And she really found another way. Oh my gosh, buddy. Are you almost in? Okay. How about going this way? Go into it this way. Now that you made that little hole. Okay. There you go. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect.
It'll take 10 minutes to open this.
It's going to take 10 minutes to open that. You did it. Didn't take you 10 minutes either. Oh, the box is a little marred, but we're good, huh? So basically what she did was she did this. You open up the box, and that becomes part of your reading. I know. I've never done it. But she does talk about it in the book. She talks about it in the book, how to use the box, and it put that down in a different manner, which I do love. So it's an added extra. Now, the pictures are in there. They're small. They're not colored, but it still is a book you can just put in your pocket and run with, which I do like. It's just, again, the imagery on these really kind of get, because her imagery is so beautiful. It's so detailed, so beautiful. So when you put it in black and white in the book, it really, to me, it just loses something. The book, to me, is just now a tool to tell you what she thought about the cards, when really this could have been an extra tool. But that's okay, because I still love the decks. I still love the decks. So, we got to open up this.
Yeah, I was going to open that.
You were going to open that? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. But see, gorgeous. Her cards really are gorgeous. They're gorgeous. So many beautiful pastels. Okay. I'm going to shuffle.
And I'm going to pick the cards, but we need Alan first.
No, we just need you.
No,
Adeline didn't want to come in today, and that's okay. She can come in next week. How's that sound?
We both can.
You both can do it. We can take turns. We can have one at a time. We can both come in some weeks. It's summer, and you guys like to be part of this in the summer, don't you?
Oh, I got a scratch right there.
And that's okay, huh?
Because I was trying to do the lines and stuff to cut that open, and I accidentally made a scratch.
And it's okay, isn't it?
And it does a triangle all the way. I mean,
yeah,
it does.
Okay.
It does.
Is it okay though?
Yeah.
Is everything okay? Okay. 5 cards. You're going to pick a card 1 through 5. That is your number. You can pick more than one number if you want. You can pick all 5 if you want. You can wait till the very end until we put all the cards as a whole. And I tell you the full reading. You can essentially also have 6 different questions. Write down your questions. You can have more than 6 and just put numbers next to them. Each card is going to give you a little bit of guidance. Okay, buddy. Ready to pick your cards?
Bang!
Bang!
Pikachu!
Pikachu. The first card is big picture thinking. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Card number 1. Really, I think it really kind of is it's self-explanation, big picture thinking. And I love I've been talking about thinking all morning. This card is really telling you to stop looking at a smaller picture. You've got issues. You got some issues. You got some like, what the heck is going on? But really, you need to start expanding it. You've been trying to find the small details, the small way of getting out of stuff, the small way of fixing this. And this is saying, no, wait a second. You need to step back. You need to look at the really big picture, see where you want to go, what your idea is, and then find a creative solution to get there. Okay. The problem is not that you have the problem. The problem is the way you're looking at the problem. So change your idea of thinking. Is it really that big of a deal? It may not be a big a deal at all. You may be making more of it than what it really is. It might be a huge issue. And if that is, again, you're going to have to pull back to look at a different way of thinking on this one. Pick another card, buddy. Pick another card.
Pika, Pika. 2.
I don't know where the card went. Don't throw the cards. Okay, card number 2 is cracked open. Cracked open. Rock bottom. Surrender to the alchemy of life.
Ooh, that one's good.
That is good, isn't it? That is a really good one. Why? Because you know what? How often have you heard somebody go, they have to hit rock bottom in order to fix things? Hold it for a second. I got to talk about this one first. They have to hit rock bottom first. You hear that with people that are, have dependencies. Okay. People say it all the time. They have to hit rock bottom for them to come out. Why would, in anything in life, when you finally hit rock bottom and you crack it open, what happens? All of a sudden, all the other ways of thinking go out the door and you find a new way of thought. This is simply, you don't have to hit rock bottom. You just have to hit surrender. You have to get to that point where you go, you know what? This is not working for me. Surrendering. You have to go, this is no longer working for me. I find a new way of doing this. That's what this card's about. It's you surrendering. So if you didn't understand the first card, the second card is going surrender. Next card. Pika.
Pika.
Pikachu. The courageous peony. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Oh my gosh. Let yourself be seen. Wait for me to talk about this card first. Let yourself be seen. This is a big one. This is a big one. Why? Because it is what it is. So often we want to hide. So often because we want to hide in so many different ways. Come on in, darling. So often. Come on in. Everybody say hi, Addie. See, she's wearing black with us. It's still a big circle, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the ultimate thinker. Oh my God, guys. Look at that. We've been talking about thinking. Who's the one that just says there's nothing you cannot do? Okay, so it's Baby Yoda. It's Baby Yoda.
Just don't worry about it.
We're going with Baby Yoda. I know, isn't it great,
Just
Kathy?
Pikachu, okay, guys?
Just make it the Pikachu.
Call me on the 5th one.
I can. We're almost there. Don't try to erase the images. So it's letting yourself be seen. So often we try to hide under rocks. We try to not be seen. We try to go with the flow of things. Why? Because it's easier. It's easier to hide. Even everybody that sits there and says, oh my God, I'm not hiding. I'm not doing this. Really? Hold on, buddy. Whenever we sit there and we are not using our thought, when you're not using your mind, when you're not thinking, when you're not willing to get outside of the herd, you're not being seen. You're not being seen. And this card is literally saying it's time. It's time for you to stand up. It's time for you to be seen. It's time for you to stand up and go, this is me. I want to be heard. Next card. Pikachu. Pikachu.
Pika, Pika. This is how you do it for you. I'm going to do that again. Pika, Pika.
The cosmic heart. Devotion, potency. Make your life a moving prayer. Make your life a moving prayer. Wow. This card is literally telling you to. This one brings almost tears to my eyes. Why? Because it's, so often when we think about prayer, when you talk about prayer, prayer is about talking to God, spirit, ultimate universe, wherever your belief system is. Okay. But it's always stationary. It's always station. It's always, pray this person's fine. Pray this is fine. Pray my house doesn't get taken care from me. Praying for good for all. They tend to be very flat prayers.
You're going to like this.
Okay, well, give us a second. And when we're looking at making this a moving prayer, it is make it moving. It's going, hey, allowing it to be more than what you're asking for. Okay. One big thing for me that I've learned is to pray for peace of mind. I need peace. Why? Because it's making it moving. Is it giving anything specific? No, but it's allowing factions within my life to move around to where they need to be. And it's a constant. It's not just at bedtime. It's not just when I wake up. It's a constant flow. And this is saying to keep the flow, keep that energy connection, because prayer keeps you connected to something larger than yourself. Keep that connection going. Okay. Don't break just because you have to get up and go to school or go to work. Keep the prayer going. Keep the connection going. Last card, number 5. Addie, we're on 5.
Come here, Adeline.
You gonna let her do the Pikachu?
Yeah.
Let her do the Pikachu. Give it to Oh, Addie wants to pick the last card. Can you let her pick it?
Let me see that one.
Let her have it. You already. There you go. Give it to Addie. Which one is it, Addie? Okay, come on. Give us a card. Pikachu. Oh, what's a red blob? Called. Oh my God. Okay. Apparently we got 2 5 cards. Okay. So called. So the gifts and soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. So does this one. So, but let's go with this one as our 5. And we'll use this as a bonus card. So the card, this is called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. This is Adeline's 5th card, and I love it. It explains to me why she heard she had to come in for the 5th card. It's because this really was a card for this, because when we're looking at this, it really is, you're pushing when you're going, what is this all about? Like, I think you're sitting here going, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Everybody.
It's telling you it's time for you to push yourself. It's time for you to get out of your comfort zone, to get away from the herd, to really become that individual soul. I know right now it feels very oh my gosh, against the grain, because nobody's doing it. Well, trust me, there's a lot of us doing it. This card is telling you it's time for you to step up too. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to realize that you can think outside the box. Even though you're given a set of rules or a set of guidelines, it's okay to push behind those and figure out that you can push those guidelines back a little bit. You can do more. Okay, so that's what this one is. So that's our card number 5. So for our 5 card set, it's the big picture thinking, cracked open, the courageous peony, the cosmic heart, and called. Now our bonus card was the child of the cosmos. I like this card too because it's intelligence of the universe lies within you. And I think that's really is a beautiful card to bring this together, because quite frankly, all these beautiful cards are really telling you it really is time. It's time for you to go, okay, I surrender to myself. I surrender to yourself, because nothing's working. Nothing's working. And this card is telling you to bring it together. Is all these cards are saying is literally everything you have is within here. It's within your heart. It's within your mind. It's your soul. Bring it all together. Bring it all together and allow yourself to be more than what you thought you could be. Push that envelope. Become more. Realize that in time you'll be able to walk through walls if you want to. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it is possible. It is possible.
Yeah,
and you're not going to need technology to do it.
You can't walk through.
You can if you wanted to. You do things all the time we say you can't do, huh? And you go, watch me. I can do it, don't you?
Yeah, I can really climb the rope if I can do a backflip over it.
Exactly. And that's a simple thing. He used to say, I can't climb. He's in ninja training. And he used to tell me, he climbed the rope. You know, the big gym ropes that go all the way to the ceiling? They have it in ninja training. And he is 5 years old. And he would not go past half. And I go, why? He goes, because it's scary up there. I can't do it. And I went, what do I need to do?
Rope.
I bought him a rope, didn't I? We put it in a tree.
And you better not be afraid of it.
And what'd you do? You climbed to the top.
Yep.
And you know what the funny thing is? The one he climbs to the top in the yard is only about halfway up of the one at ninja training. But do you know what he did the next day at ninja training? What'd you do? Climbed all the way to the top, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you rang the bell.
But I closed my eyes the whole time.
And that's okay. You just changed your perspective, didn't you?
I closed my eyes the whole way.
But you changed your way of looking at it, and you did it.
But when I was going down, I took my fan and just went, wee!
All I did was literally give him the thought that he could make it to the top of a rope. And when he made it to the top of one rope, he made it to the top of another rope, and the next rope was much taller.
You're like, bee, 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 bee.
That's right. So, guys, we like the deck. Do we like the deck?
Yeah, right.
We like the deck. We really love the deck. So where am I at this week? Oh my gosh. Well, Friday night I'm in Brainerd, Minnesota. It's a sold out event. The event is, my gallery is sold out. My gallery is sold out. The event is not sold out. I need to kind of go to the event and go, where is it? So let me tell you about it. I gotta find it on my page because I'm sharing it everywhere and anywhere. It is it's a free. The event is not sold out. You can still show up to the event. It's a free event at Coco Moon from 5 to 6:30. Free event Coco Moon, which the Distressed Art Loft in Brainerd, Minnesota. That is the event. You can still show up from 5 to 6:30 because that is the free portion of the event. After that, if you have not gotten your ticket, you cannot come into my gallery. I am so sorry. I'm sure I'll go up again because I do have the gallery after that. But you can still see Brady Goebel, I think I said that, Chasing Paranormal. And you can see Sarah Harmon, Paranormal Sarah, doing their thing from 5 until 6:30. And then you, again, if you bought your ticket, you can see myself. Now, beyond that, where am I going? I am going to be on Saturday from 11 until 5 p.m. I'm going to be at Broadhead Manor at Paranormal Rockdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rockstar baby here. Chill out, buddy. I will. Dawson, chill. Dawson, chill. They're going to see your mister if you don't be careful. Feet down. Feet down. I told my shirt. I didn't tell him anything about the bottoms. Anyway, it's a big shirt. Stop. So I will be at Paranormal Rockdown, Broadhead, Wisconsin. It is the Broadhead Manor building, which is the old
and my
high
sister's
school.
going with her.
Yep, Addie's doing her temporary tattoos, huh?
And I can't go with.
No, you have to get a little older and get your own little business, don't you? Yeah, a little bit older.
Yeah, but I'm not coming.
No, you'll have to sell lizards or something, huh?
No, not.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed our show. I hope you enjoyed 5 Card Stud. Keep thinking, keep evolving, push your limits. Be more. Just be more.
And my sister is going to be here. Let me show her this.
You guys have he wants to show Addie. Addie's still with us.
Yeah.
You guys have a great day.
This is her school picture, and this is me.
Yeah.
In my school picture.
There you go. You guys have a great day. See you next Monday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Here, this is DeEtte.
I'm sinking in the mud.
Bye-bye, guys.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.